Andrew Jackson Young Jr. is an American politician, diplomat, and activist. Beginning his career as a pastor, Young was an early leader in the civil rights movement, serving as executive director of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference and a close confidant of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Young later became active in politics, serving as a U.S. Congressman, United States Ambassador to the United Nations, and 55th Mayor of Atlanta. Since leaving office, Young has founded or served in many organizations working on issues of public policy and political lobbying. As a member of the 93rd and 94th Congress, Young worked to improve the lives of his rural and urban constituents. He sponsored bills that outlined comprehensive health care plans and testified on behalf of bills that preserved food stamp programs and economic development in his district and in Africa. In 1977, President Jimmy Carter appointed Young to serve as the United States Ambassador to the United Nations. Young was the first African American to hold the position. As the ambassador, Young became the initial point of contact for the Carter administration's foreign policy in Africa and Asia. By using the network of contacts he had developed since the 1950s, he played an active role in articulating Carter's position on human rights and liberal capitalism in Rhodesia, South Africa, and Angola. In 1991, after being urged by a number of people, including Coretta Scott King, Young ran for mayor of Atlanta and was elected with 55% of the vote, succeeding Maynard Jackson. As mayor, he brought in $70 billion in private investment. He continued and expanded Jackson's programs, including minority and female-owned businesses in all city contracts. Young was re-elected as mayor in 1985 with more than 80% of the vote. During his tenure, Atlanta hosted the 1988 Democratic National Convention. Young is quoted as being glad to be mayor of this city where once the mayor had me thrown in jail. Young is a co-founder of Good Works International, a consulting group that promotes initiatives to improve conditions in Africa and the Caribbean. He is also a professor in the Georgia State University Andrew Young School of Public Studies. Ambassador Young is a prominent member of Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. Bakersfield Ivy Legacy Foundation. We celebrate Black History Month.